Hi, my name is Joe, and I'm here to basically blog my journey through my pre-op and post-op of the gastric sleeve surgery. Um, this video is just going to give you a little background about me, a little about a background about the surgery and the pre-op procedures, um, and then this whole week I'll be uploading more blogs about what's to come. Sorry if this video was long. I'm going to try to make it as short as possible. I know that's like a thing on YouTube is to have like really short videos, so I'm going to try to make this super short. Like I said, my name is Joe. I'm 23 years old and I live in New York. Um, I'm having the gastric sleeve, which is I want to say probably a little more less invasive than like bypass. I mean, you're still getting, a little cut open, you're still getting, you're still getting surgery, but I don't think it's as excessive as bypass. Um, where with bypass, you're losing a lot of weight in a very short amount of time. Whereas with the sleeve, yes, you're losing weight, but it's more stable. Um, from what I know, from what I hear, from what the surgeons tell me. Um, so weight history, probably about since 10 years old, I've been overweight. Um, at my own choice, I was visiting, I think, my father one summer in California, and as all men, he couldn't cook. So we ate out a lot, and as a father, he spoiled me a lot. And I got to choose where we would eat. And telling a 10-year-old kid where does she want to eat, the first places are going to be fast food. So I ate a lot of McDonald's while I was out there. Um, and then even then he spoiled me because I wouldn't really get like the Happy Meal. I'd get like a number one, a lot. A lot. And that weight, it packs on over the years. And I was 10 years old. And I'm 23 now, and I'm still pretty much struggling with my weight. Um, so, as far as the surgery goes and the pre op procedures, I started. When did I start? I started officially doing pre op procedures in January of this year. Um, but I did do a kind of like unofficial start last August. Um, Someone had told me about this bariatrics office where I live, and she looked amazing. She showed me pictures of her before, and then of course I saw her in front of me after, and she was beautiful. And I was just like, wow, I need to know what you did. And she referred me to them, and the place is super nice. If you live in Rockland County, New York, um, the place is called Tri-State Bariatrics. They're super nice. They're very knowledgeable about all the procedures between lap band, the sleeve, and bypass. So if you're looking into any of those three and you live in New York and you live in Rockland, um, I assure you that they will treat you with the utmost respect. They're friendly, they're loving, they're caring, and I refer you to them. Dr. Rivera is amazing. Um, Although I haven't had the surgery yet, he's very caring with his patients, and I like that a lot because you want to make sure that when you're under, anesthesia and stuff like that, that the person who's doing surgery on you is caring of your life. So definitely recommend them. Um, Now, as far as the logistics go with the surgery, um, many insurances cover this procedure as long as it's a medical necessity. Medical necessity, as in, you're either obese or morbidly obese. You can't be 124 pounds asking for bypass or the lap band um, or the sleeve unless you fall into the category of obesity or morbid obesity. Um, so again, with the logistics of this surgery, your insurance could either cover it 100%, it could cover it 50, it could cover it 25, or it won't cover it at all. It just depends on your insurance. Um, My insurance, personally, they're covering it 100%. But you have to have medical necessity. So, with that medical necessity, there are many steps you have to take before the surgery can actually happen. Some of the steps would be with my own insurance. I'm not sure with other insurances. So, for mine, I had to go through 4 months of dietitian work, with which counted meeting a dietitian, um, getting my weight done every month, like, figuring out where my weight is, um, doing blood work, um, also doing like my vitals, my blood pressure, making sure I didn't have high blood pressure or anything like that. Um, I also had to get a psychological clearance. They want to make sure that you're mentally stable for what's about to happen, because although the surgery is going to help you physically, the most important part of this whole surgery is your emotions and your mental well-being. Um, I feel like a lot of people forget that, the surgery is going to affect you in more ways than you might think. I feel like the physical part is like the smallest part of this whole surgery, because you have to remember that you have to change your whole entire lifestyle around the surgery. There's no eating cakes and pies and cookies and all those things anymore, and that could, damage you kind of psychologically. So, you have to get medical clearance. I mean, you have to get psychological clearance. You have to get cardiology testing to see if your heart's okay for surgery. So you have to get that clearance. You have to get a medical clearance by your primary care physician. So there are a lot of steps. It may seem little, but these steps are they're very long. That's the only way I can put it. These steps are they take up time. So I would definitely put out a certain period of like time for you to do this. Like, say if you want to get the surgery done during the summer, I would use the entire winter to get these steps finished so that by the time it is summer, you're ready for your surgery. Now, if you're trying to get it done before summer so that you can, start looking better for the summer, then definitely get it done, at least the winter before, so you could start getting those steps, prepared and finished, because they do take a while. Like I said, I started back in August and I just now finished in May, because I wasn't doing things in a timely manner. Um, so get those things done. Like I said, some insurances you may not have to do that. You just may have to have um, your BMI. As long as your BMI is obesity or morbid obesity, maybe they might give it to you. So you don't have to do those things. But for my insurance, I had to. Um, so that's the logistics part of the surgery. Um, Now with the emotional roller coaster that you will go through, that I will go through, um, you want to make sure that you start your eating habits and your exercise very early on in the process, so that by the time you get to the surgery and by the time your surgery is done, you're already in a regimen of eating healthy, eating clean, and also working out or walking or doing yoga or something like that. So, I would definitely recommend you start your eating habits and your exercise early on. Don't wait till after the surgery to try to get into a regimen, because it'll be so much harder and way more stressful to do that while you're trying to figure out what to do with your life now that you've done this life-changing surgery. So I highly, highly, highly recommend that you begin a regimen way before your surgery. Um, I think that's one of the best advice that they've ever given me, because now it's like I kind of like working out. So I feel that after my surgery, I'll like it even more, because like, I'll see the weight start coming off. I'll feel better about myself. And then eating healthy doesn't have to, consist of you eating like bark and berries and cherries, and you could make really tasty healthy foods. Um, I go on Google and I just type in a couple things and I get a whole bunch of recipes for what I have in my fridge. You know, um, you can make like a nice lemon pepper chicken, baked chicken, with a salad or with some avocados, or you could do different. You could spice it up differently. You don't have to just eat a salad and that's it. You want to get your proteins in, definitely, but you could always mix it up in a certain kind of way. You could still eat your chickens, your shrimp, you could still have your crab and your lobster, but as long as you're eating it in a healthier way, you're not eating the skin, you're not putting it with butter, things like that can always make a big change. Um, I'll put up another blog about things that you can and cannot eat. Um, I have a whole bunch of papers that they gave me, and I feel like it'll be useful for you guys to know. So I'm just gonna cut this one short. That's all I want to do was like a small little intro of me and the surgery and the whole background of the surgery. And oh, one thing I forgot to say. My surgery is in exactly a week. Today is June 14th, 2015. My surgery is June 22nd, 2015. So I'm going to be doing a lot of blogs this whole week just to show like my nerves because I'm already nervous now. I'm looking up a whole bunch of other YouTubers who have done the sleeve and they're all making me nervous. So I'm going to show you guys like my emotions and like the agony that I might be going through, the pain. I hate pain. Um, but hopefully you guys stick around. So have a good day.